whoever you want to marry must possess certain very important pivotal qualities.
But help them, oh God, to understand this word and to live by them. Some of us women get married to men that we do not really satisfied with their lives.
Anyone who has the fear of God will not take advantage of the other person.
If I tell him now that I don't like this particular thing, I don't like that particular thing, he will not marry me anymore. Let me just keep quiet.
Hello, our very wonderful viewers. I welcome you to this edition of Marriage and Family Matters. By the grace of God, my dear wife will be taking some teachings that will be of great and immense benefit and blessing to you on the subject of marriage and family life. As you watch and listen, you will be blessed.
Hello there, it's good to be with you. I'm very happy to be with you on this episode of Marriage and Family Matters. How are you doing? I believe God all is well with you and with your household. Today we're going to be sharing part one of a two-part topic. It's a rather sensitive one, and some will not be able to relate with this, but I do know a lot of people will also be able to relate with it. It's a topic I call how to handle a lazy and irresponsible spouse. How to handle a lazy and irresponsible spouse. In fact, the part one, we're going to be talking about the characteristics of a lazy and irresponsible spouse. And it's only in part two we're really going to talk about what to do about such people. Because unfortunately, they do exist. They are lazy, they are irresponsible. Some are the wives, some are the husbands. They are just not willing to work. There was an episode I read in the Punch newspapers several years ago of a woman who got so fed up with her lazy and irresponsible husband that the story happened in US. She just went inside and brought out a gun and shot him in front of the TV, where he normally sits and loafs all day. He has become very fat. He was a real couch potato, and he was not doing anything. He would just eat and watch TV all day long. The wife would go to work, come back and meet him in that same place. Sometimes he would have had his bath, sometimes he wouldn't have had his bath. And this woman just got so frustrated with him, and she shot him, and he died. Then she called the police and gave herself up. No, don't let it get to that point. How do you deal with these kind of people? They believe that, well, for whatever reasons that they keep giving, they just can't work, or they will not work. And so you, as a spouse, whether you are the man or the woman, should work and bring money home for them to keep on being irresponsible and lazy. First of all, we're going to look at the characteristics of the lazy and irresponsible spouse. The one major thing is that they are unwilling to work. They give all kinds of reasons under heaven why they are not working. Sometimes they seem to get one or two things to do. Before you know it, it has all collapsed again. Oh, it is business they want to do. The spouse will look for money. They will start the business. Within a short time, it has collapsed again. Oh, it's this other one I want to do, and they go into it. Is this multi-level marketing something I want to do? Is this other one I want to do? Before you know it, everything has collapsed again. They are simply not working. Talk less of working hard. My husband will say, are you hardly working or you're working hard? These ones are not even working at all. They don't want to work. Now, number two, they are very unambitious. Oh my goodness, it's like they don't have anything that is motivating them. They don't want to be motivated. They just like a layabout kind of life, an NFA kind of life, a no future ambition kind of life. They are very unambitious. There's nothing they are pushing for. There's nothing that can push them. They refuse to be pushed. Even if you try to push them, they refuse to be pushed. So they are not they are not ambitious at all. It's another major characteristic of these people, whether it's a man or a woman. Number 3, there's more of wishing and talking, but no real action. There's a lot of movement without progress in their lives. There's a lot of noise. Some of them are such smooth talkers, they can talk your head off, but when it comes to the become, when it comes to action, when it comes to the work, they are nowhere to be found. They will talk and talk. This was like that. They talk about the good old days. They talk about the hate days. They talk about when they were doing this, when they were doing that. I've seen so many men like that, I'm sorry to say, and it's a painful thing to see. Real potentials wasting away. They talk more than they do anything, but they do not have any substance to show. A few women are in that category. They're simply talkers. They will not work. The wishful thinking. Oh, I wish I could do this. I would do the other one. I would do the other business. But the little that is available, do something with it, they cannot. Number 4. And these people, they love the good things of life. Oh, forget. They like good things. Oh, they love to ride the good cars. They love to have nice things. They like to show off, but they don't want to work. Some of these people, they are able to do it because many times their spouses have the money. So they just relax. Oh, well, I won't go hungry. What is it? So they want to ride the good cars. They want to wear the nice clothes. They want to be where it's happening, but they don't want to contribute anything to such lifestyle. It's painful, but they are there. And they will be telling their husbands or telling their wives, no, I can't live in that kind of a house. I prefer this kind of... Meanwhile, it's not working. I can't do that. I can't do the other one. No, that car is below us now. It's below our standard. Which standard? You are not working. They're talking of standard. That's how they are. They like the good things of life. They like to feel. They like to feel belonging. They want to be the up and yuppie. Meanwhile, they are not working. Number 5, they are proud. They are proud, self-conscious, and self-centered people. Oh my goodness! I'm my husband. So what? So many of them, they go for the rich wives, or the ones that are very well paid. In the US, they're the ones that marry the nurses, or they make sure their wives go to train as nurses. They're making the money. But they themselves are not doing anything. They want their spouses go. They themselves will sit back, relax, and enjoy the money when it comes. Some of them manipulate, some of them oppress their spouses. Some of these husbands, if they are the husbands, they oppress the wife who is bringing them the money. The poor woman will go, work very hard, bring in money, but then they will oppress her. Tell her what to do with her money, tell her how to spend it, tell her what to do. And they will just want to ride roughshod over her, over anything, because they feel, I am the husband. Well, oh well and good, you are the husband. But you, this husband, you happen not to be contributing anything. This woman that is contributing everything, you are telling her she can no longer support her own extended family. She can no longer do this project or do that one. It is you that the money must come to. It's you that decides what happens. After all, you are the husband. It used to happen like that. And if they are the wives, oh my goodness, they will complain, all manner of complaints about the husband. How he's not, after what is he doing that others have not done? There are men that buy houses for their wives. One was talking the other day, what has he done that somebody has not done? You gave me 200,000, so what? There are people that buy houses for their wives. What is your problem? I said, oh, that's how they are. They're not contributing anything. They're not working. They are very manipulative, very oppressive. We're talking about the characteristics of lazy and irresponsible spouses. Some husbands in this category physically abuse their wives. There was one we heard of who was, the lady was a nurse with one of these government hospitals here in Nigeria. She was the only one working and earning money. They had only a child, and she was trying to see how they could manage whatever it was she was bringing in. And the man kept on insisting on the particular way it must be done. You must give me all the money when you bring it. How can I give you all the money when I bring it? Because at the end of the day, I will not know what you did with the money. Meanwhile, we have a child to train in school. We have this to do. He got angry that particular day. He hit her and knocked her head against the wall several times until this poor woman died. The woman died. He killed her. And neighbors that were hearing the arguments were the ones that came and told the story of how they were hearing them arguing about money and all. Eventually, he killed her. Meanwhile, for years, he has not earned a kobo into the family. So some of them, I think the reason why some of them behave that way is that whether it's guilty conscience or ego issues, to they want to appear still to be in control. So that's the only way they can prove that they are still in control is physical assault. I am your husband, you will do what I say. Battered into submission. And that's the kind of thing that happens in some households. It's so painful. There was a time on this telecast when I was sharing on what do you call your spouse. Homes where the respect has gone, where the wife calls the husband just by his first name, just like any other person, and there's no respect at all. We are just colleagues. When they call each other, there's a lot of assumptions out there now. A lot of assumptions in those homes where there's still a lot of respect because our value system is still valued by these people. The marriage will stand because people still value certain things that hold marriage together, like respect, like honor. But when these kind of things are happening, it's difficult to respect a man who is lazy and irresponsible. It's difficult. Let's face it. Those are the issues that come up. What is he talking about? Who is he? What? At the end of the day, respect is gone. And any marriage that will break, one of the first things you see is respect goes. Once the respect has gone, the marriage is ready to break. Whatever has brought that lack of respect, it's going to destroy that marriage if it's not handled very, very promptly. So some go into physical abuse of their spouses over these issues. Some women in this category, they're manipulative and they are diabolical. Some women are manipulative and diabolical. They go into all kinds of things against their husbands. They join some terrible groups who will help them to put the man under. And some will go and do some metaphysical, strange, demonic things to cow the man, and so that he will keep bringing the money and keep bringing the money. Anything she wants is what must be done. When she sees that physically she cannot handle him, then she goes diabolical to make sure she wants is what he will do. Go to the market, do this, he will run. Go to the other place and do it because of manipulation, demonic manipulation. There are some people in that category, that is why they are like that. They just want to keep on reaping where they did not sow. And then they have to be, they love to be entertained. These kind of people, this lazy and irresponsible husband, they love to be entertained. They love the TV, they love the theater, they love the film houses, they love the eateries, they love the picnics, they love oh my goodness, they want to be entertained. They want to be entertained. So see them in film houses, see them in front of the TV. They're the ones that be agitating for TV. There's 6 feet TV on the wall. They want to be entertained. They're 24/7. They want to be entertained. They like the social media. Oh my goodness, there must always be data on their phone because they must be able to communicate with all their friends who happen to be in the same category with them. And they love to have fun. That's how they are. They love to have fun. The only problem is that they're just not willing to pay for it. They want somebody else to pay for it, but they love to have fun. That's what I've discovered about this kind of people, and there are so many of them. They wake late in the mornings. Why would they not wake late in the morning? They watched a particular film till 2 a.m. or something, and then that's when they felt, okay, I need something to eat. I need something to at 2 a.m. That's when they'll be going through your ladder or your fridge or whatever. They're microwaving something at 2:30 a.m. because they've been up all night watching a movie. And when they eat that late, oh my goodness, they're going to wake late. And because there is nowhere they are going, they can wake at 9:30, 10, and then they hang around eating and munching something. Maybe by 12 they manage to bath. Those are the kind of things we see with this kind of, whether male or female. Some cannot get up in the morning to prepare breakfast for their husbands if they're in this category. The husband brings in the money, but to even just cook the food is a big deal. It's a problem. They complain of one pain, one thing or the other, and they can be manipulative with sex. They can be manipulative with their mouth, whatever, and that's how they are. The characteristics of lazy and irresponsible spouses. They are very complacent, sluggish, and boastful over nothing. They're very boastful the way they talk. Oh, you know me. When they're talking about the heydays, I couldn't take that when I was working with Alberto and company. When I was working with so company, that was then. Now what are they doing? No, they will not talk about that because there's nothing they are doing. But they will be boastful about the ones that they feel they have done. Oh, I was the best salesman for critical. But now, Uncle, what about now? What are you doing? No, they don't talk about that. Very boastful about the past. Very boastful people. Very complacent about life. And they are sluggish about things. They're never in a hurry. After all, what are they in a hurry for? What are they hurrying for? Everything comes home to them. Like I said, they love to have fun. Then guilty conscience, like I said earlier, also makes them react negatively or overreact to issues because they are always very much on the defensive. They know that what they are doing is not good. They know the way they are living their lives that is not good. So they become overly defensive. Anything you say, they are ready to defend themselves. Anything you say, they are ready to give excuse. Anything you say, they are ready to challenge you as to why they are the way they are. So whether you are the spouse or the brother-in-law or the father-in-law, they don't care. They are very defensive. Once you bring up an issue about they are not working, about they are not being responsible enough, they are ready to defend themselves. So they are very, very on the alert to defend their negative lifestyle. They are forever trying to prove a point that they are important. After all, they are the husband. After all, they give birth to children for them. After all, I'm the one that gave birth to your first grandchild for you. After all, is that what we're talking about? Or the fact that now you are doing nothing? That now you are a nothing man or a nothing woman? Is that who you are? If you happen to be in that category, you need to do something. It's not good enough for your self-image. It's not good enough even for your psyche. And that is why you keep on being defensive all the time, because you are trying to cover up what you know is not good. At the end of the day, you make yourself a problem in the family. They try to cover up their laziness and unproductive life with a lot of movements that leads to nowhere. They're always doing this. I need to travel. Where are they traveling to? I want to see so and so about the business deal. There's no business deal that is important to, but they want to travel. I need money to go and see this other person. We will do the other one. We do the other one. They seem to be in support of their wives or their husbands, but they are really not in support. It's only a lot of movement with no progress. They are not going anywhere. They're just making a lot of movements to make it look as if they are doing something. Oh, I traveled the other day. There's nothing that came out of it. I traveled the other time, nothing came out of it. I want to go into this business. I want to go and see this other person in this other town to see how he can put me through. Nothing will come out of it, because deep down inside, they don't want to work. They don't want to work. They definitely don't want to start small. They don't want to start small. No, it's below them. No, how can they go and start like that? You know, I was working with so and so company. And so what? Now you're not working. Start small. What you can do, say, no, they can't. No, it's below them. They can't. So they tell you they're not going to take that. It's an insult. Insult. How can I? One was telling the wife, after they have tried so many things, okay, this bus that we have gotten, okay, you don't want to drive it. At least go, be in charge. Go with the driver a few times and be the conductor. Let's know how much they can make on certain routes before me be a conductor. Can you imagine what you're saying? What? At the end of the day, the business collapsed because nobody monitored it. The wife goes to work, for goodness sake. She cannot go and be the one to monitor how the business is going to go. Eventually, the boss was dropped, and nothing came again from that side. They just feel too big. Okay, even if you don't want to be the conductor, sit in the front of the bus and see how they go about it. If the conductor knows that you are keeping track of how many people are coming in, even though you are sitting in front doing nothing, at least he will be careful to make sure he hands over the complete money to you. He still refuses to do it. He'd rather go to sit with some friends and talk nonsense all day, and go to eateries and sit for hours doing nothing with people like him who are going nowhere. They are the ones that you will see in Bet Nigeria shops. They are the ones that you will see in all these questionable places, looking for what I don't know. At the end of the day, they are friends. Even when they say they are believers, their friends are not serious believers, because no serious believer will sit all day doing nothing and talking nonsense throughout the day. And because that's the kind of person they are, their friends tend to be those who are like them. They are not serious. They are not going far, and they are not ashamed that they are not going far. They are only trying to cover it up that they seem to be doing something, not doing anything. They don't see anything wrong with some of these questionable things that people do. Well, some people may say, why is she talking about Bet Nigeria? I'm sorry to say, Bet Nigeria is just is a pool betting something, and for a child of God, that's not the way to get money. No. You don't get money that way. It's not a honorable way to get money. You are betting to get money for the money that you did not work. You didn't do anything for that money to yield anything. You put it somewhere hoping that to bring more. That's kalu. That's not different from gambling, and it's a questionable lifestyle for any true child of God to get involved in. Do something with your money. Invest your money properly. Ask questions of people who know about money. Let them guide you on how to invest your money, not in pools, because at the end of the day, there's this deceit. It's going to be okay. You're going to win next time. You're going to win next time. Before you know it, each 100 naira you put there has gone down the drain. Don't win anything. And they make it such that when you manage to win anything, a little percent of what you put in, you'll be encouraged to put more next time until you lose all again. It's a very manipulative, demonic kind of way of getting money. Don't get involved in that as a true child of God. It's not biblical. It doesn't work. There are better ways that work. Hard work pays. The Bible says in all labor there is profit. You do something and profit will come. They know how to get the support of the children. This kind of people, whoa, tell me something. They know how to get the support of the children. So when the spouse is feeling bad that they are doing nothing and wants to say something about it, the children will kind of come and defend because he has more time or she has more time. She's doing nothing. So, the child wants to do this. He wants to tie the shoelace. He wants to do the other one. He will be there for such a child. She will be there for such a child. So the children used to like such people because the children don't fully understand yet what's happening. But they know that this is the one that is available. Is the one that is always there. Oh, daddy will do it for us. Daddy is at home. He's doing nothing. So, mommy will do it for us. She's doing nothing else than sit at home. And at the end of the day, even when she could do some work with the sitting at home. When we are talking of work, it doesn't necessarily have to be office work. The work is work. You can trade. You can look at the Proverbs 31 woman. For goodness sake, she had 5 streams of income. This woman had 5 streams of income. She was working at her time. She was working at her pace. So we're not talking of only office work here. So the fact that the woman is at home doesn't mean that she cannot work. You can be at home, an at-home mother, and be earning good money. And good money. There are some people, the devil has manipulated them such that he wants them to suffer, such that he tells them, you cannot work. You cannot work. You can't do any other work. And some of these people, another thing that happens with them is that they hide under Christianity. They become pastors. They become evangelists. They become, prophets. Because there's nothing else to do. So that title will cover up. So they are the pastor without portfolio, pastor without church, evangelist without winning one soul in 1 year. They run up and down, and then they are doing nothing. They are being fed by their wives. They are being fed by their in-laws, and they are not ashamed of it. It's an evil. Something needs to happen. The devil is a liar. Over your home, such hold must be broken in the name of Jesus. These people, they did not start like that. They didn't start like that. Many of them started with good companies, maybe accountants, working with big companies, big shots in good companies or offices, doing very fine. Professionals in their own right. So they didn't start that way. But once that job drops, they can't get another one. They refuse to get another one. One, because of pride. Every other thing is below them. And yet, because they are lazy, they can't do business. I said, I'm going to go into business. They can't do business because business is hard work, man. You can't be sleeping at 10 a.m. and say you're doing business. Are you the only one doing the business? Other people that patronize your competitors, you are there sleeping. You're saying you're doing business. Which business are you doing? Look, if you are doing business, you have to work hard. And because they are lazy, they can't do it. So everything collapses. I know of a man who, the wife tried everything to help this man. So they were somewhere in those days in Kubwa. She did everything. Oh, I need this. The woman will give him 2 million, 3 million to go and start one business or the other. Before you know it, the whole thing collapsed. Oh, it's cement I want to sell now. Give money. Before you do it, it is collapsed. There was even the last one she gave money. He just went and married another wife. Oh. So this kind of thing, what do you do with such people? May God help us. They are just there. They are not willing to work. The major issue is that they are lazy and they are unwilling to work. And whatever excuse they give you, because their mouth is very sweet, they give you so many excuses why they are not working. They'll give you so many excuses why they are not working. At the end of the day, they are only excuses. There's no excuse for you as a man not to provide for your own household. There's no excuse for you as a woman not to be a financial support for your husband, if need be. May God help us. So, they refuse to pick up the pieces when they lose their jobs, and they refuse to start small when they can do something. They refuse to start more because of the laziness. They cannot do business. So at the end of the day, these are the people you are left with, whether male or female. What should you do? By the grace of God, next edition we're going to look at the solution to this kind of a problem. God will surely